Our thoughts control our entire reality. Everything that we perceive is based in our mind and how we think we should think. And all of this has created what we're seeing in the outside world around us. Every single thing that we see has been manifested by some sort of thought by yourself or someone else. And when we're inundated with information all the time, we begin to get convoluted with what's ours and what someone else's. And there's a lot of things that happen within our mind we're not aware of. I'm Megan Kieran. I'm an intuitive guide, and right now the focus on the mind is so important. We're in April 2026, and there's so much happening in the world, and it's very overwhelming to be able to process a lot of the information that we're given, a lot of the information that we see, and a lot of the information that we're not even asking for. This day and age is information overload, and the focus is really on the mind. The focus has to be on really clearing and healing our minds. This is a spiritual battle, this is a spiritual war, and it's all within our brains. It's really all about our perception of reality and how we chain ourselves into what we think life should be like because of how we were raised, how we were programmed by the teachers in this world, by our parents. And honestly, it wasn't anyone's fault if there was information that came to us that doesn't make us feel good. But a lot of these thoughts are on repeat. That's why we wake up and we pretty much have the same day over and over again a lot of the time. Or we may see minor shifts and changes in our lives, but unless we really dive deep into how we're thinking, much greater and deeper shifts can't happen. It really has to come from a clear and aligned place. And this is all about us coming back to our destiny, us coming back to creating the life that we were meant to live with the universe, and us actually having a feeling of peace within ourselves. We don't have to be on this planet feeling dualistic emotions all the time, feeling really good about something, really bad about something, moving forward and continuously doing things because you're making other people happy. We're going inwards and we're going to find ourselves again, and we're going to make ourselves happy, and that in turn is going to light up the world around us. But this all happens within our brains. The first thing that we have to do is become aware of our thought streams. Becoming aware of what you're thinking is it's kind of a conundrum. It seems counterintuitive, but there's mindfulness and wellness practices that really help tune us into how to do this. Anything that clears your mind is a way of quote unquote controlling your thoughts. We don't necessarily want to control our thoughts, but when we're in such a deep and inundated place of all of the things that we've been exposed to and all this information we're consuming on a daily basis, it's kind of important for the first step to really honestly take control. And we take control by figuring out what way is best for us to clear our thoughts. Meditation is huge for a lot of people. Meditation is also intimidating for a lot of people. It could work for you where you're able to sit down, take deep breaths, perhaps chant Om, or just close your eyes. And you're able to actually calm your thoughts and clear your mind from anything that's going through your head. If you can do that, that's excellent. And that's a very simple but profound way to clear your mind. This is difficult for many people, especially if there is a lot going on and you're not used to meditating. Another way is honestly going outside, going on a walk in nature. That's a huge way to clear your mind. Perhaps you're not thinking of nothing, but maybe you walk by and you see a tree and you hear a bird and you're noticing things other than your normal thought stream that is unconsciously going through your head. This is another way to clear your thoughts. And being outside is interacting with these higher vibrational energies because nature itself is a frequency that is undisrupted and unconsuming as we are. So we have a lot of density within ourselves, but nature is so pure because it doesn't consume what we do. Although it is exposed to other pollutants, it's not the same as what's happening within our minds because of the information that we're perceiving. So, as we go through this journey, becoming mindful is the most important thing. So whether it's meditating, going on a walk in nature, sometimes people like candle gazing, lighting a candle and looking at the flame, that helps kind of clear the mind, or exercising, painting, anything that you can do to clear your head, kind of free the energy within yourself and cultivate a free flowing state where you're able to finally get a little centered again. Because when we can't shut off our brains and we're thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, our bodies are really affected. And by simply doing these mindfulness practices, we're able to clear that thought stream. And including your breath in everything you do is the key as well. And after we clear our minds, after we begin to do that, what's next, right? The next part is really digging deep within yourselves and figuring out what you want. To figure out what you desire in life, you may have to let go of a lot. So, shadow work comes into effect when you start to do practices such as journaling, such as continuing to do meditation, but really looking within yourself and looking at these deep emotions that you've been holding on to for a very long time. Doesn't mean that you necessarily have to go back and think of every single situation that brought up these emotions, but it does mean that you are letting this energy out, but just by talking about it, just by journaling it, sitting with it, this is going to happen simultaneously as we begin to figure out what we want to bring into our life. And perhaps you've been on the healing journey for so long that you're able to center your thoughts. You've done a little bit of shadow work or a lot of shadow work, and the next step would be to just figure out what you want. And this is the key to changing and creating our reality, is by figuring out from a very clear and aligned place what we want in our lives and what we want to manifest. Starting with a place of gratitude, we can think of all the things we are grateful for in our lives right now. And from there, we can begin to drop into our desires. And the biggest thing with our thoughts that comes into play with manifesting is tapping into the feeling. So think about the feeling you're seeking. Don't think about the thing. Think about the feeling. The feeling that you're seeking could be joy, it could be peace, happiness, abundance. That is what your mind has to focus on. I'm focusing on the feeling of peace. I'm bringing peace into my life. I already have peace. I have an abundance of peace in my life. Those are the types of things that are really going to attract our manifestations. And once we're able to clear our mind, begin to be very clear of what we want, and let go of the past, we're able to manifest with ease, and we're able to really create a reality where these subconscious thoughts kind of drift away. And all of the sudden, we're more clear in our head. We don't have these thoughts that just sneak in and keep us in this hamster wheel. We become more conscious and aware of every moment in our lives. We become present. And this is all key to really truly embodying the human experience and really truly being able to master manifesting, which is really following the path of the universe, spirit, source, God, and following destiny while also using your free will. So, the hygiene of your mind is the most important thing to manifesting, creating your dream life, and tapping into your destiny. I'm Megan Karen. If you like this video, please subscribe. I'm so excited to continue to share more about my journey, as well as the journey that the whole collective is going on right now, because it's a very special time on this planet. Whether you're watching this in April 2026 or in the future, this is a pivotal point. And right now, the battle is in our minds, and you have the power to truly change everything. I'll see you next time. Namaste.